Hi, Facebook peeps. Gosh, I'm going to try this again because I did this to my other page and then I can't save the video, and I'm supposed to save this video and give it to Nancy for her to put in the newsletter. So, oh gosh. So I'm going to do this reading again. But before I preface, I'm going to show you something. This is my tank top with Free to Love. This is the other collaboration I did with Ali Spoonie. Ali Spooner. Gosh, I haven't had my coffee yet. I'm such a goofball. Anyways, Ali Spooner and I did Free to Love, and then we did this collaboration called the Trophy Wives Club, which is really fun because it's about lesbian pleasure workers. How about that? So anyways, I'm going to do a reading on one of the more erotic parts, which was a stretch for me. There are a lot in this book, which is a real stretch for me. Anyways, I'm blushing now. So I'm going to do that reading and then be able to give this to Nancy, who she can edit and chop it up and cut all this silly stuff out. Oh, the other thing is my wife is getting me coffee. I haven't had my coffee yet because it is not our wedding anniversary. It is the other anniversary. I'll let you marinate on that, what that anniversary is. Anyways, before I go on, I'm just gonna go for it. Here we go. Here's the one of the spots which I had a lot of fun researching. It's something called a Yoni massage. So look that up. It's pretty interesting. Here we go. Dana was at the point of no return now. She'd opened to Alex like the petals of a flower blooming in the springtime. The interruption of making up the futon with the clean sheets Alex had pulled from the small closet did not pour cold water on her arousal like she'd thought it would. Alex seemed almost shy now as she clasped both of Dana's hands and led her to the edge of the futon. I've been salivating over the thought of slowly pushing down the zipper on this smoking hot dress. May I? Alex asked. Dana gulped air and nodded. Alex's long fingers moved to the back of Dana's dress as she took her time to push the zipper down while lightly caressing Dana's back. She felt the slight coolness in the studio as Alex pushed the dress from her shoulder. Goosebumps erupted all over her body. Cold? Alex asked. I can turn down the air conditioning. No, just a bit frenzied now by your touch. After the dress slipped to the floor, Dana stepped out from the possible entanglement at her feet and removed each high heel, tossing them both from the bed. She'd carefully picked out the lacy lingerie that nearly matched the color of her dress, and Alex was now staring appraisingly at her with a sort of raw hunger. I cannot even describe how unbelievably turned on I am by your... Alex ran her finger down the center of Dana's chest and hovered in the cavern between her breasts before bringing her finger back up to push each strap to the side. Soon she was undoing the clasp in the back. The lacy bra joined Dana's red dress on the floor, and Alex's hand slowly made its way to the edge of Dana's lacy thong. At first, Dana thought the impulse purchase was ridiculous for a woman her age. But she'd worked hard on her body for the last several weeks, attempting to sculpt it back into something resembling what she'd looked like in her 20s. The personal trainer she had hired before joining TWC hadn't done nearly as much as her last several weeks with Luna. The emotions and loneliness after David's passing had wreaked havoc on her body. She wasn't where she wanted to be yet, but she was a lot closer with the help of the club, and Luna's personally developed a routine for her specific goals. Alex's reaction was all she needed to confirm the thong was not a frivolous purchase that would never see the light of day. I can't decide if I should keep these on or take them off. Alex slipped her finger under the top band and then moved her hand to cup Dana's cheeks, letting her fingers sweep over the bare skin in a way that sent new shivers down Dana's body and created moisture below. Off, I think. Will you please get naked with me? I know you don't want to be touched, but I would feel too vulnerable being the only one without clothes. Your wish is my command, but first, let me help you out of these. Donna was sure she had never been undressed by someone in quite the same way that Alex was proceeding. The teasing approach only added to her excitement, and she was ready to burst. Alex moved the thong down her legs inch by excruciating inch until a gentle urging to lift one foot at a time left the panties pushed to the side along with everything else. Alex moved Dana to the futon and kissed her once before she quickly divested herself of her own clothes. Although Dana was bereft at the loss of Alex's expert touch, she thought it might have been a good thing because she was already so close to climax. She watched as Alex's sinewy form flexed and moved with such a cat-like grace, and Dana wondered if somehow there was an invisible airbrush to remove any imperfection. Of course, there was imperfection in everybody, but all Dana could see was the flex of muscles and how they created a kind of symphony of form, a canvas of elegance. Will you let me show you the Yoni massage? I hope you won't think of this as something completely devoid of emotion. That isn't what I want for us. It's very intimate, and I want to share that with you. I want you to be the center of my focus. Is that okay? Breathing heavily, Dana nodded. Where do you need me? I'm going to sit on the bed in a butterfly position. I'll position your legs in a way where you can straddle me so I have easy access to your, I don't want to be crude because this is a beautiful experience, so may I use the clinical term? Dana's mouth was so dry she licked her lips. Yes. So I'll be touching your vulva, clitoris, and vaginal opening. I'm going to use a natural almond oil, all right? Okay. Alex retrieved a small container of almond oil from the drawer in the side table by the futon, and then moved quickly into position. She sat on the bed with her legs folded in front of her and took Dana's hand first as she effortlessly brought each leg around her body, leaving Dana's center open and inviting. Donna tried not to think about how convenient it was that Alex had the oil in her nightstand. She wondered who else Alex might have invited to her studio apartment, but quickly divested herself of those thoughts as being unimportant. Right now, she felt like the only person who mattered to Alex. Alex kissed her once again lightly with a small amount of pressure before asking, "May I touch your lips?" She chuckled. I mean, the ones quite a bit lower, not the ones you're nervously licking right now. Oh, God, yes, please do. Alex dripped oil onto her long, slender fingers and then moved to Dana's vulva and began sensually massaging. At first, she used both index fingers as she rubbed down the sides of Dana's labia. Then she used both thumbs as she let her fingers caress other parts of her sensitive center above the hairline. The whole experience was an erotic journey like none other. By the time Alex asked for final permission to proceed, Donna was squirming and seeking greater connection. May I go inside now? The air in the room suddenly felt 10 degrees warmer as Dana answered with a breathy yes. Nothing could have prepared Dana for Alex's long, slender fingers as they moved inside and pressed against a place she was sure no person, man or woman, had ever touched before. Dana, will you do something for me? Without waiting for an answer, Alex continued. Will you contract your muscles around my finger while I press inside? I can try. Alex continued to stroke the outside while pressing on the inside. Her gentle touch created an ever-increasing wave of pleasure, and Dana leaned back, pressing her hands flat against the bed. She moaned loudly and was surprised by her outburst, but this felt so damn good. The building sensations took her to the edge as she tumbled over effortlessly, as Alex managed to catch her as she fell into the depths of a euphoric coma of blessed release, satiated beyond the point where she'd ever thought it was possible. Wow, that is the only word I can think of, because I can't think of a less crude way to say this, but you fucked me stupid. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. I hope you've enjoyed it. Looks, oh, hey, I have some joiners. Hi, Tina. Hi, Cody, Christy, Melanie, Donna. Who else is here with me today? Aliana, Jay, Sophie, Maritza, Carol, Pammy, Annie, Victoria, and Dolores. Nancy, hey, Nancy. Renate, Fluchette, wow, thank you so much for joining. So I'm going to end this now, and I hope that you will get both Allie Spooner's book, The Trophy Wives Club, and then follow up with mine that just released today. Yay, woo! Okay, so have a great Sunday on this nice long Labor Day weekend. Thank you for joining me. Love you all, Facebook people.